Hi, this is K.L.Storer sitting in the lobby of the Dayton Theater Guild here in our new Carol D. Phillips Theaterscape as we're getting ready to open up our second season here in the new building with Frank's Life. And I'm going to be talking with various people involved in Frank's Life here. You may hear some hammering and some saws and some burring going on in the background as we're getting the theater ready for the opening of the show. We're making our seats higher, so as we're talking with people, you might hear some things in the background.
Well, I'm Blake Senseman. I'm the director of Frank's Life.
And this is pretty close to your directorial debut after many, many years involved in theater. Is that not correct?
Actually, it's the first time I've directed for the Guild. That is correct.
Well, did you? I thought you had directed Greg last year.
I directed Greg in
but
Precious Heart, but it was Greg. Technically, yes, that was my first directorial job with the theater. It was Precious Heart last year with Greg.
But this is the first time you've had to actually sit down and audition people and not cast your friends. And all that.
Well, I think I did a pretty good job of not doing that. Well, they're all friends, but, yes.
Right. I know that when the idea was presented to you to direct the show, your first response was, well, let me read it first. And
I always want to read everything first.
And then it was, okay, I'm in. What made you be in? What is it about the show that you decided, yeah, I can direct this?
I like the content. I like the play.
Tell me about your cast.
I'll tell you this. Someone told me years ago, casting was 90% of a director's job. And I felt after that second night of auditions that it was going to be a lot easier than what I had anticipated because of the cast I had. And that has proven to be true. They're great.
My name is Danny Lips. I play Frank in the show. Frank's just an all-around nice guy. He loves everyone. He finds good in everybody. I don't think, it's hard to find a mean bone in his body. I think it's a really cool show. It's definitely something different.
I am Wendi Williams, and I play Shelley. Shelley is a wonderful character. She actually might be my favorite that I've ever played. She is funny and snarky and witty. She might be a little mean, but I don't think she intends to hurt people. I think she's just incredibly brutally honest. And she's very strong-willed and very independent, and I like that.
Well, I'm Tim Behnken. I'm playing Frank's best friend, Corley Phillips. Corley's definitely a big, loud, brash person, not afraid to say what's on his mind. A little bit of a loose tongue. He's kind of an odd couple match to Frank. Frank's, kind of an honest, but nice guy. Corley's honest, but it's kind of brutal. I think it's fun that you get a chance to see them play off of each other, especially when they're hamming it up. You get to see some chemistry there, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm Amy Clase, and I play Stace. Stace is kind of the straight man in the show. She's one of the most normal ones, actually. So at first I was struggling. It's like, okay, what am I going to do with her? But then as our excellent director, Blake, spoke with me, her biggest reason for being there, I guess, is she truly is in love with Frank. And that's her motivation, and that did help me in trying to find Stace and color the character a little bit and give her some more flavor and some life.
I'm Duante Beddingfield, and I play Pruitt, who is the producer of Frank's Life or some executive of unnamed rank at the network. Pruitt is a man under a lot of pressure. He's a weasel, but he's not a bad man. He is underhanded, but he's not a bad man. It seems like such a glamorous and simple job to be a network executive, but as someone who knows a lot about the TV industry and has been a TV writer, it's really an incredibly complicated, high-pressure job, and you're only as good as your last numbers that came in.
I'm Jane McBride, and I'm playing the role of Gladys, Frank's mother. Gladys is an interesting person. Underneath, she has a heart of gold, but she is tough. She's one tough cookie. So I identify a lot with Joy, to be honest with you. So I work to make her tough. Right. She's been in the business a long time. She's seen it all. She's tired. She is really tired of doing what she's doing. She's had it. She's ready to retire. and she's just fed up with the whole scene of Frank's life.
My name is Brittany Brown, and I am playing Joy. If I could say anything about Joy to an audience, I would want people to know that she might not be as crazy as everyone else says she is. I think there's more to her than the other characters give her credit for.
What do you think about the show, or what do you want to tell the audience, I should say, about the show in general?
I think audiences just need to come into the show ready to have a good time. It's a fun show. It's not too serious. There's some sad moments, but it's really just fun in general.
Luckily, we have a really good ensemble cast. It speaks to media, to a media-aware audience, a media overload audience.
It takes some turns you definitely wouldn't expect, and the last scene is a blast.
It's very funny. There are some surprise twists.
It's a great mix. It's not necessarily for the younger audience, but there is a great balance of humor and drama. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows that keep you interested, that keep you paying attention as you watch everything unfold.
It's so funny, and funnier now. I mean, it was written in the 90s, in the early 90s, when reality TV was a baby, and it wasn't, kind of this all-consuming thing that we have now that's on every channel. You can, all day long, you can find reality TV.
Just, sit back and enjoy the show. Don't be afraid to laugh. We actually appreciate it when you laugh, so.
I would say that most people could see themselves in the role of Frank. I think we all go along at some point thinking everything is fine, and then you find out something wasn't as what it was supposed to be. Some part of what's going on around you turns out not to be true. It turns out to be a sham. And the repercussions you go through, the disappointment, and when you find out something like that.
Half the cast I've never worked with before, but I've been impressed with what I've seen and what I've experienced. Yeah, I think we've got a good show here, and I'm really happy to be in Blake's first production that he's directed. I've been really happy with Blake. I think he's an excellent director, and he should have been doing this a long time ago.
It's good. You'll be entertained. You'll laugh. You'll cry. It's good. You'll be entertained. You'll laugh. You'll cry.